What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Alright, so today's episode is going to be just a quick short one for you. So I picked up a new set of wheels I wanted to show you guys. All you guys know that I have a set of these already if you've been watching the channel. These are Trans Am wheels from a 1989 Trans Am GTA. So these are my favorite factory OEM wheel that you can get off any car that I like to put on my Volvos at least. Just as far as the sizing, the look of them, the lightweight, the quality, really high quality wheel. So it is, if you're unfamiliar with this wheel, really sick wheel, man. They're almost like an aftermarket wheel, but that came factory on a car. It's 16 by 8, and they're 0 offset in the front actually on a GTA Trans Am, and then in the rear they are plus 16 offset, I believe, and that's because the front actually has a lower offset on a Trans Am, which is kind of weird. Usually cars would have a lower offset in the back for a staggered kind of look, but they just did that because they had to clear the brakes in the front. You basically, when you get a full set of Trans Am wheels, you get a 260, or you get 4 16 by 8s. 2 of them are 0 offset and 2 of them are 16 offset. So I picked these up for a decent price. Now I paid more than I would have liked to. Like usually when I find all these wheels, like if you guys look around my garage, I have a lot of random wheels. You could almost call me like a wheel whore type person. Like I like collecting random old wheels and aluminum stuff, and just kind of, I don't know, it's cool to be able to change your car, make the look so different just by swapping on a set of wheels. You don't have to do any sort of body mods, that kind of thing. So that's why I like it. So these were $450. It is a little more than I like to pay, but these are getting really hard to find. And I have 8 of them now, so I'll be able to have Trans Am wheels for like the next while. And even if I wreck one, I'll still have a full set. Even if I wreck like, you know, 3 or 4, I guess I'll still have a full set. So as far as the panel wagon goes, we are going to be fixing the differential. We broke the diff. I didn't show you guys this on a video yet, but the welds actually broke on the differential on this wagon. So my buddy's gonna come and hopefully he's gonna bring his welding truck and pull it in here and just zap it up. If he can't do that, tow it to my friend Jake's house or something. But the wagon is off the road for like a couple days until we do that. Another thing I should mention, guys, is I actually got a vehicle inspection notice on this car. So that means it can't be driven on the street anymore. I'm gonna get it through an inspection because I really wanna drive this car on the street. It's such a fun daily, having the panel wagon and just kind of the versatility of the wagon in general. But yeah, I am gonna get this car back on the street going. I'm not going to put it to waste to be just a drift missile car. I do want it to still be a street car because I already have a full drift missile Volvo. As you guys know, Miss Huff. You can't really drive this thing on the street, even though I did in a previous video. You can't daily drive it on the street. You can daily drive the wagon, but you cannot daily drive Miss Huff. You wouldn't last very long, I don't think. The cops, if you look at the rear end, you can basically kick the rear end. Here, I'm gonna show you this.
Look at the door.
So if you look closely on this panel, you shouldn't be able to bend a panel that much with your foot. It's been bent so many times back and forth that the metal, like I think I could grab it with my hand and like tug it, no joke. Like I'd probably cut my hand open or something, but this side's even worse. Actually no, this side's worse. You guys wanna know why this side is so flimsy? It's because I took this car to Villains Sportsland, I guess that was 2 years ago now, and they have a really dope wall ride entry section. So every time I would do that entry, there's a lot of times where I was smacking this car off the wall. I was almost doing it on purpose. It's kind of cool to have a clean car, but at the same time, it's also kind of cool to have a missile car. That's why it's cool to have both, honestly. That's the best bet. If you look here, I actually bolted the trunk on Miss Huff. So the trunk latch, everything's all broken off. It's all messed up. So I just threw 2 bolts, drilled a couple holes, and now the trunk is fastened to the car with essentially 3 bolts. It's good enough though. So we're gonna do something non-car for the last half of this video. It's winding down the end of summer right now, and we live in a beautiful place, which I'm very thankful to live in, Chilliwack, British Columbia. And right out our back door, we have a really nice river called the Vetter River, and it's really nice and low right now, so it's only like this deep in most spots. And me and my good friend Michael and my roommate Dayton are gonna take some tubes down, and we're gonna go tube the river. So change it up a bit. It doesn't always have to be about thrashing Volvos off the limiter. My channel's name is Drifts and Lifts. And if you've been watching a while, you know that the lift stands for, it doesn't stand for anything, it just means that I lift. I like to lift weights too. The whole time I've been lifting weights for like the last 15 years, I almost want to say. Like I started weightlifting when I was really young. Mikey's known me for a long time, since like what, 12? I was lifting weights when I met you.
Yeah.
I was doing chin-ups and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. You were in like grade 5.
Yeah, I had a weight set, right? Yeah.
Chin-ups.
But I found in the last couple of years to put on extra weight with no steroids, the milk is the only way to do it. So I just drink, like I try to drink like 4 liters of milk a day. And it's the only way to keep that amount of calories coming in. It's just such a simple, you can literally take 1 swig and it'll give you 160 calories, you know? And like a bunch of protein. I don't know. Some people don't like milk, but I think it works good for bodybuilding and putting on strength.
Beautiful.
The best part about being down at the river is getting to pick up river stones.
Good to go, boys?
Fucking right. All right, let's do this. Alright guys, so we survived our river float. Fun little video, so it's not always going to be like this. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see just general stuff that we do today. Kind of like floating the river, you know, maybe going snowboarding when it's cold, that kind of thing. Stuff aside from the Volvo drifts. It's obviously going to be mainly Volvo drift still, but sometimes it's cool to just see how we live life here in BC, Canada. Chilliwack. Me and actually Mikey, who's filming right now, have lived here our whole lives, right, Mike? I've lived here my whole life.
Yep, born and raised.
Yeah, born and raised, so I don't really plan on moving anytime soon. Now we have Mission Speedway near us, which is super sick, so we can pretty much go drift that speedway, that track, you know, once every 2 weeks, I want to say. It's like the drift events are super often. So I'm going to get the diff fixed on the wagon here, and we actually have a drift event coming up in a couple days, so I got to get this done really soon. The panel wagon only has a little bit of time left on the road until it's not insurable anymore, until I have to get it inspected. So we'll figure that out though. I'll do all the stuff needed to get inspected and it'll be all good. Also, so we want to start pumping out a little bit higher quality videos. So Mikey has his, you know, really good cameras. We got a GoPro 8 now. So Mikey's going to be helping me do the video editing. And we just want to kind of, you know, increase the quality. In the past, I've always used pretty terrible cameras. So it's nice to up the quality, kind of get it to, you know, good standards. So you guys can see more clear footage basically. And just better editing, you know, it'll be cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe for flowy Volvo liquids. Like and subscribe for Volvo beef liver. Like and subscribe for Volvo
fetus. Like and subscribe for Volvo Goop. Like and subscribe for